It's Moorlander. It's me. It's Moorlander. Hey, how's it going? Welcome back for another video. Today we're going to be looking at the Stanely 4in1 pocket driver. Sounds quite cool. Just to explain, if you're watching this, this means that I've been stuck in Vienna and probably not been able to make a video. If you're not watching this, then I've been able to make a video while I've been in Vienna this weekend. So, you're not watching this. Yeah, that's weird. Anyway, so, it's been a busy weekend. So, the weekend beforehand, I decided to make 2 pieces of content so that I could get something up so I wouldn't leave you guys waiting and wanting to see a little bit more of my hands. So I've got this. I thought this would be a really good little review to do because this for me is worth its weight in gold. It's a sorry about that. The dog just knocked something over. That's if you heard it. Awkward. So let's get straight into it. The Stanely 4in1 driver is a pen-sized little tool that fits perfectly into your pocket. If you have your EDC, you've probably got, you've got bits and bobs lying around, these sort of things, they fit in. If you've got a pen, it fits into your pen slots, nice and simples. And that's really what this is designed to do. It's supposed to be something that you can carry around in your pocket, you can carry around in a bag. It doesn't look too offensive, and it's a perfect complement if you're not carrying a multi-tool for the day and you've just got a knife. So you can go out, you've just got these in your pocket. You think, oh damn, I need to screwdriver something. That just won't do it. So it's there for all of these situations. You've got your glasses, they're just, I've got like way too much stuff on the side of the table here. How about a ruler? No. Well, actually, yeah, let's get into ruler. Let's get into dimensions. Now, the size of this little pen driver itself, it's not too big. If you were to take something like the BIC 4in1, a very popular EDC pen, I might add, it's no bigger, it's no longer. If you were to take a Parker pen, it's ever so slightly longer and ever so slightly wider. So let's get that one out of the scene. But something like this, when you compare the two of them, other than this little kind of notch here and here, they are very dissimilar. Very similar. Measurements wise, okay, you can see it is nearly 14 centimeters. I'd probably say that's 138 centimeters, give or take. If you want that in inches, then it is roughly 5.5 inches. I'd say maybe 5 3/8 of an inch. At its widest, at its thinnest, it's just over a centimeter. At its widest, it's probably closer to 1.5 centimeters, 15 millimeters. To use the pen or to use the bit driver, I keep calling it a pen because, hey, it looks like a pen. And again, not to get into more of a pen kind of thing, you have a pocket clip there so that you can really make it look like a pen. And then you have 2 caps on each end. So to get into the construction, the main body and the caps of the 4in1 bit driver are made from plastic. There is probably a technical, super scientific polycarbo-uroflaminate name to that, but I don't know, it feels like plastic to me. The 2 pen caps, so on this side you have a pen cap that has a yellow pocket clip, and on this side it's just, well, it just isn't, it's just a pen cap. And also you'll see that there is a cut through notch here. It has that on both sides. This is perfectly designed so that when the bits are pushed in, you can see into it. So my luck, I'd go, oh damn, wrong one, and every single time I'd get the wrong one. But you have this little handy dandy cut through, so that when you take it out of your pocket, within half a spin, you can work out which side it is that you'd got the driver that you wanted to use. So we take those out again. And then you have the plastic shaft, plastic barrel, which has a hex cut into it, and then you have 2-bit drivers. So you have here is a 3mm flathead, you have a 4mm flathead. On this side is a I think that's a 0 posi driver. Yeah, one of those. And then this is a number 1. In fact, it even says that on here, so you can see that it's a PH1 or it's a 5/30 second, which, yeah, so in old money it's 5/30 seconds, and on this one it's a 1/8, which in metric is 3mm and 4mm. And it's super simple. It really is. It's nice and light. One of the big things that I take away from this is, I mean, this is just plastic. It doesn't bend. It's got a very firm, solid feel to it. And plus, they could have made these a lot shorter. So, okay, so they are about 5.5 centimeters, which is 2.25 inch. They could have made these shorter. They probably could have cut, say, I don't know, 5mm out of the middle here to help to reduce some weight or just to make them smaller. But in the design of this, so that this, I mean, this pushes in, and you'll see there's a little detent there as well, which I don't really think actually holds this in, because where you look on this, there are no sort of marks on here so that where a detent would actually hold it. And as you push it in, and if you see that there, it just kind of marries up with the neck of the barrel here. But thinking if it was like that, it's gone all that way into the barrel of the tool. So what that means is that it's just got all of this extra distance for it to be able to grip and have that torque strength when you're turning it around. It doesn't slip, but this isn't the kind of thing that you'd want to be able to, I don't know, take a screw out of something that's been there for centuries, because yeah, you're probably either going to damage this, or you're going to damage the screw, or it's just not going to be able to do it. You're not going to be able to have enough torque to be able to do this. This is perfect for those small items that you need to be able to do around the house or whilst out and about. Just some extra little bits. The bits are made from S2 tool steel. It says, or at least Stanley have said, that these have been hardened up to the maximum durability that they can get out of S2 tool steel. There is some magneticism to these. However, I mean, this is about as magnetic as my personality is some days on a Friday night when I've had too much to drink. Okay, you might be able to get some, in fact, watch this. Okay, so both of these magnetized. How big of the gap does it need to be to draw them towards each other? That's about 1 millimeter. Oh, okay, I did it before. Oh, I had north to south, sorry about that. So let's put them together. See, I mean, you're not going to be pulling warships across a dock with a magnet with one of these. But okay, so it's enough that it might be able to pick up small screws. So the proof of the pudding, as they say, is in the tasting. So here we have one of these UK to Europe adapters. There you go. In fact, if you put that on the end, it stops it from hurting your hand, which is, you know, always useful. Never really noticed that before as well. So if you pinch that with your bottom fingers there, and yeah, you can get a grip on that to help it to spin. It's not super kind of easy to do, but well, let's see if we can pick this up with this amazing magnetic properties. Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah, it does pick it up a little bit. Let's put it back in, because yeah, I'll need this weekend. Yeah, there you go. It's just a nice little tool. To to test just how small you can go with this, I've not done this. Oh, today's video is brought to you in sponsorship with Barclays Bank and the letter Z. I did find that there was a small screw in the back of this, and I thought, well, yeah, that's roughly your glasses kind of screw size, maybe a little bit smaller in the glasses. But let's see if we can do this. Yeah, you can. And well, actually, yeah, this is probably a little bit better because that that little screw is tiny. So yeah, you know, these are those kind of things that you get from the bank nowadays instead of having to actually go in and talk to somebody. The face of the future. So, it's a pen. The most important question is, how well does it write? It writes shockingly well considering it's not an actual pen. So, here we have the Stanley is there anything that I'd change? I'll probably back myself into a strange corner here because, to be fair, there's probably nothing much that I'd change about it. If it was, these are super cheap. Okay, let's start this in a different way. These are super cheap. To get these in the UK, they're about £3, maybe £4, which, if you were to translate that to the US, is probably similar to maybe $2, maybe $3, and that probably is what you get for these in the US. I've not really checked. And that mainly is because these, I mean, you know, Stanley have been making tools since 1843, so, you know, they've got their game together, shall I say. So, being able to fire these out at this point in their life cycle is super easy to do. Finding somebody to be able to make super cheap, probably injection molded plastic bits that they can put this all together, super cheap, and I think they are definitely onto a winner. This is great. For what it is that you need this for, this is perfect. It doesn't need to be heavy, doesn't need to be super tough, because what it does is, with what it's got, it does perfectly. If I was going to change anything about it, I'd just maybe have the option of a different build. If I lost this, I'd be more than happy to pay £3, £4 for a new one, because I mean it's dirt cheap. You know, it really is dirt cheap. If they made a different version that had some higher quality metal parts, and it was, say, £12, you know, well, yeah, let's go nuts. 3 to 4 times the value. You're paying roughly $10 for one of these, $10 for one of those. If it was that it was a higher constructed one, it's a no-brainer. I'd do it. I'd still do it, just for the fact that it was something that was a more higher quality version. Does that take anything away from this? Nope, because this is perfect at what it does. So, is there anything that I'd change? No. But if they did do 2 versions, this one, which is perfect, and one that was maybe made from a metal construction, then I'd buy both. That's probably confused things even more, because I wouldn't change this, but I would still buy both if there was 2 versions of it. So I'm rabbiting now on. So let's get to the end. I'll leave some links in the description below so that you can see where you can get one of these from. I bought this from Amazon. As I say, it was only about £3 or £4. If you want to use those links, that'd be great. Any contributions go straight back into the channel so that I can get more stuff to review. Please, if you do like my content, you know, I don't want you to force you to like this sort of stuff, but please like, please hit the subscribe button. That's great. You know, YouTube love that. Subscribe and hit the notification buttons. I don't know why it's not one button, but yeah, that's super cool. And yeah, please feel free to share some of my content. That's great because it helps to build my Moorlander community, and you know, I love you all. Sorry, that was super awkward. I might edit the kiss sound out. Stay safe, stay Moorlander, and stay EDC.